Hey, what up guys? Chef Max here in my kitchen, Chef Max Kitchen. Welcome to my apartment, my loft. Today we're gonna do a little real cool recipe. Very simple, easy to go. Something you can do at home just for all the viewers out there. Very simple, good recipe, southern recipe. Pork chops are one of my favorite things to make. And so today we have some nice center cut pork chops, all right? And very nice and thick, juicy, flavorful, a lot of marbling in them. There's some mushrooms. We have potatoes, we have some green onions, bell pepper, and then the Chef Max spice blend. If you don't have it, go pick it up. And then some onion, of course, because that makes everything better. And we're gonna get started. So this recipe is like one of my favorites. Like I saw my mom make it all the time. And it's very, not totally southern, but just a real fun recipe to have for the family and friends. And you can make this ahead of time and before your guests come over. So I'm gonna take some Chef Max spice blend. So we're gonna season our pork chops on both sides. The Chef Max spice blend you can find online, my website, all that good stuff. So now you have a nice coating on them. All right, both sides. Then I'm gonna dust them just a little bit. And the reason I wanna bread them too crazy, because I wanna make a gravy later. We're gonna smother them, right? And I like one pot dishes. So like anything I can make in one snapshot, I'm good to go. If I have to cook 15, 20 minutes, that's not me. So now I have them dusted like that, all right? Ready to go. I'll leave those in there till we get all the other ingredients ready. Our mushrooms, we're gonna cut in half. Well, we can do half or quarters. So we got those rolling. And then I have my onion. Onion makes everything better, of course. And the key to the onion, you want to have a lot of onions in it because that's what's gonna make the gravy, right? Green onion. Just kind of rough chop those. We want that kind of rough chop because then that's gonna cook down in our sauce. A bell pepper. We don't need a lot of it. This is gonna be pretty much for color. So we have that going. So now we have our pork chop seasoned up, dusted, lightly dusted. We have our vegetables ready to go. We're gonna go to our pan. We got our oil getting nice and hot. We always wanna start with a nice hot pan. So we have that ready to go. So now, the first step I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pan sear our pork chops, right? And you can do it right in the pan. Doesn't take long, 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes on each side. That'll get you about a medium well. That's what we came when you want the pork chops. And then you're gonna add all your vegetables in and make your gravy. And you don't want to overcook them. So that's why you want to just do 2.5 minutes on each side, bring them up to medium well, and then let the sauce kind of finish cooking in itself, and then they'll smother themselves and they'll be well done at the end of it. So let's go. All right, so now I got a nice hot pan in here. A little oil, vegetable oil you can use. I wouldn't recommend using olive oil because the olive oil burns. So you want to use like a coconut oil, a vegetable oil, or canola oil, something that doesn't burn. The vegetable oil has a high smoke point, and so it'll burn and become very olively, and so you don't want that. So pork chops in. When you hear that, you know you're cooking with gas. All right, you're gonna let those just kind of saute here and get nice and brown. This is one of my faves, right? It's just clean, simple, easy dish. Could be for the kids, could be for the family. A great dish on Sunday. Just very fun and easy. A lot of flavor, a lot of color. Right, you're getting a nice sear. You want to golden brown on both sides, and then you're gonna add your veggies in, and then you're gonna make the sauce right in the same pan. So again, one pan dish is always my fave. This is something that you can do if you're a working mom, working father. You're gonna cook something that's quick and simple, and please the whole family, all your friends or your family that come over. You can do that very easy with this dish. Again, that's what you're looking for. Right? We don't want them too brown because we're gonna add our gravy. We're gonna make a gravy right in the pan. So you wanna make sure they're nice. All right, so now we got our pork chops, 2.5 minutes on each side. Again, you want to get them to about medium well, just so they can finish cooking in our smothered gravy. So we have that going. All right, and kind of getting those nice and golden brown. So you see they're golden brown on each side. All right. I'm gonna pour off just a little bit of the oil. All right, I'm gonna leave some oil in the pan because now I'm gonna add my veggies in there. Green onions, peppers, mushrooms. And I'm gonna let that go, right? That's why that's making love in the pan as well. I'm gonna add some potatoes. Because again, it's a one pot dish, right? And so the potatoes is our starch. We have our veggies, we have our protein. So everything's in one pan. All right, you see that? Smells great already. All right, you're gonna get that nice and sauteed in there. I'm gonna add a little more Chef Max spice blend to the veggies. A little sea salt. I'm gonna let that go. Right, you wanna get the veggies nice and sauteed, translucent. I don't wanna cook them too much, so I wanna keep a lot of the nutrients and flavor in them. Got that going nice. And as your veggies are rolling, you just continue kind of sauteing, moving it back and forth, and you don't want it to burn on the bottom. You're gonna keep it moving nice and steady. There's your end. Some of the same flour we had from earlier, right? That we seasoned our pork chops up. We're gonna add in there. And it's gonna make our gravy. All right. So about 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna get a spoon here. And you kind of want to just let that flour kind of hit the bottom of the pan. So we're going to deglaze it. Right, you kind of see it kind of thickening up a little bit. So we had that going. So again, we want to deglaze the pan, but we wanted to get everything out the bottom of the pan. Right, so all the residual flavors, seasonings, the fats from the bottom of the pan, we want to deglaze the pan and get all that love. So I'm going to deglaze it with a little wine. You can use a little Chardonnay, a little Pinot. Right, depending if you're going to turn this into a brown gravy, you can also use a little red wine as well. Whatever your wine preference is. I kind of want to keep it light. All right, so that's kind of deglazing the pan. And then I'm going to add a little heavy cream. Any kind of heavy cream at your local market you can get. All right, add that in there. And again, this is like a very easy dish, right? Just one pot, easy, friendly, clean. Not so healthy because you added heavy cream in there, but just very fun and flavorful dish. And I'm gonna finish with a little butter because we know butter makes everything better, right? A little butter in there. Right, the butter will give it the sheen, so I'm gonna add my pork chops in. All All right, I had them put into the side because I wanted everything to cook in nicely. Just a tad bit of wine more. Seasoning for good measure. And kind of almost like a Alfredo sauce almost, right? Just souped up with a lot of veggies and a lot of butter, right? But similar to Alfredo sauce, a lot of color. Then as you're adding the wine and your butter, that kind of is some of the basis for Alfredo sauce. But here, we're just making a nice gravy. All right, so once that butter gets nice and melted in there, I'm gonna add my pork chops a little more. Give them some love. All right. And again, the reason that I want to cook them all the way well done, because I know I had to do this process here with making our gravy right in the pan for them. So you just want to continue that. And I thin down nicely. I'm gonna just spoon my gravy over top of the pork chops. All right. Just spoon it right on top. Kind of getting that nice and coated. Giving the pork chops some love. You always want to taste to see where you at, all right? That's damn good. I'm gonna adjust my seasoning just a little bit. A little salt. A little black pepper. All right. And again, this is one pot, not hard, not complicated to do. You know, something you can do when you get home, do it ahead of time, just have it ready to go. And voila, we'll plate up. So now we have all our ingredients in one pan: pork chops, potatoes, onions, garlic, a little green onion, bell peppers, mushrooms. So we're gonna come over and we're gonna plate up, right? The reason I added the bell peppers in because everybody kind of use their eyes, right? So a lot of color. I'm always a big fan of plate presentation. All right, so I have my pork chops. Let those go 2 times. And this is a hefty portion. This is probably his dad's portion. And I'm gonna go my veggies right on top. All right. I got mushrooms, I got onions, I got potato, all my ingredients, my protein, my starch, my veggies. All right. Mushrooms are one of my faves when I eat pork chops. Got that going. And then again, everybody with their eyes, so I'm gonna garnish. A little green onion. All right, a little Chef Max Spice blend, top it off, and voila. Nice smothered pork chop, very easy, a lot of flavor, a lot of ingredients, not a lot of ingredients, a lot of flavor, and very simple to make. So thank you guys for joining in Chef Max's Kitchen. Salud.